shelter. But now I don't want to. No. So, the very first day, thanks for that. The very first day, I came in and sat down for a meeting. Part of the reason the meeting was called was because I was there, and they were going to introduce me as the person that takes care of the men's floor. So there's 24 men all sitting around, and as I'm being introduced, you know, they say, hey, this is Tate Griffen, he's going to be here, blah, blah, blah. Okay, everybody, we're going to go over a few notes. This one gentleman, his name was Mr. Lawson, he looked like a photo negative of Snoop Dogg. White, blonde dreadlocks, straight back, so tight he couldn't really blink. And he kept standing up and trying to interrupt. Every second he goes, I got some shit I gotta say! And he kept doing it. Who here watches Walking Dead? Okay, you know how every time Negan's gonna do something, he's got a bat in his hand, he does that lean back? Holy shit! And he kind of stands like this. That's the exact pose that Mr. Lawson has every time he becomes vertical. I got something I gotta say. That's what he does. So he keeps doing it. And the gentleman who I was replacing is like, Mr. Lawson, you're gonna need to calm down, wait your turn. It's not your turn yet, you need to sit down, wait your turn. And he does it 5 or 6 times. Just keeps on going, keeps on going. Finally, it's his turn, and the gentleman that I'm replacing is like, all right, now Mr. Lawson, you have a chance to talk, but we need you to not use any foul language. Please speak with respect, say what you got on your mind. You go right ahead, but please remember to be respectful. What are you motherfuckers? Mr. Lawson, what did we just tell you? Well, you motherfucker ate my motherfucking cheese sandwich. Mr. Lawson, what did we just say? Well, you motherfucker just ate my motherfucking cheese sandwich. Pardon my language. And when I find out which one of you motherfuckers, pardon my language, ate my motherfucking cheese sandwich, pardon my language, I'm gonna grab a hold of some bitch, pardon my language, and bring his mother, pardon my language, fucking ass. I was like, he said pardon my language before he even cussed that last time. Like, he knew he was gonna do it. Yeah. So he's kind of carted off. And immediately, like, I gotta spend time with this guy because there's gonna be plenty to say, like right now. So I go up to my new office, and a few minutes later, he comes wandering up. He comes in and he sits down. He's like, I'm here to tell you about my goals. I'm supposed to be telling you about my goals. I was like, okay. He goes, well, first of all, I already know you're judging me. Pass judgment on me because I'm here. I'm like, no, I'm not judging you, man. Anybody can end up here. We're all 1 or 2 turns, you know, away from being in a really negative spot. And I'm not passing judgment. I'm just here to help you in any way I can. And he's listening to me. And he's, you know, he's like, it's like we had a moment, you know, we're kind of bonding. And he's like leaning in, really hearing me. And his face is right here. And he just leans in. He's like, your breath smell like provolone. Did you eat my cheese sandwich, Mama? Like, no, I didn't eat your cheese sandwich. Now, the funny part of that, and by funny I mean sad, is that recently he left. He found another place to be. And he didn't say goodbye, which, I mean, you know, that's just how it goes. I missed him because I thought he was a funny guy, I thought he was a cool cat, and I also got a lot of material from him. But on Thursday, they had an open mic here, and I stopped in, and son of a bitch if he didn't move right across the street. 100% true. I came walking out. What are you doing out here, man? Are you here, man? Remember I told you about that cheese sandwich? I got some weed. You want to go smoke some? I'm not there no more. We can hook it up. Thanks. Great to see you. I didn't eat your sandwich, and no. Have a good one. Peace. So much, Scott. Big round of applause for Steve, who owns the Indy on Main Art House Theater, responsible for us rolling in here. Yeah. All the stand-up comics that are here tonight, including 3 that you haven't seen yet. These guys are awesome. In all seriousness, has there been one comic that I was like, hey, this person's great? And then you were like, he's full of shit. They weren't great. They were all really good. I thought See, Pork Chop agrees. And I'm not being mean, that's his name. They're laughing, looking at me like, that's not his name. Pork Chop, would you please stand up? Let these people see you. That is Pork Chop, ladies and gentlemen. And if anybody had that name, it's this son of a bitch right here. All right. I'm sorry? Mama Pork Chop? That's awesome. That reminds me of a story I heard one time about the Bastion Booger. Who knows Bastion Booger, the wrestler?
Bastion Booger!
A wrestling promoter told me one time he called Bastion Booger's house to try to book him for a show, and when he called, his wife answered. Went, "This is Mrs. Booger. Booger ain't home." I was like, I need that number because I need somebody to tell me their name is Mrs. Booger. It's awesome. All right, is there anybody out there still rolling in here? I think we're going to turn these lights down again and get this show started. Woo! Yeah. I'm going to start naming names because I knew who was in these front seats. And every time I said I wasn't going to name a name, I named a name. Dave Cage, where the hell are you? Dr. Douglas Crane, where are you at?
Mama Pork Chop.
Mama Pork Chop? I thought that's...
No, he's not here.
Oh. I was like, there's no way you're Mama Pork Chop. You're Mrs. Pork Chop, right? Miss Pork Chop?
No.
You're not of the Pork Chop family at all? Not at all?
No.
Okay. I'm going to start calling you applesauce then, because that goes together. There we go. All right, everybody, we're going to get started again. I'll tell you one quick story. I told these guys, I said, you know, we try to steer clear of politics, we try to steer clear of race, and we try to steer clear of religion, because there's enough of that shit every single day that you read, and it's annoying, and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about it being shit. I'm saying it's stuff that just divides everybody, so let's try to have fun here. And here's a cool story. There's a little bit of contrast. I'm just going to throw it out to you. I got a story about an old white man at a checkout counter and a young black man at a checkout counter. Can I tell you guys that story? Awesome. All right. So me and my buddies, I'm not naming names, Doug and Dave, we were leaving a wrestling show. It's 2:30 in the morning, and we're coming to the county market. You guys remember the county market where the China House is now? Yeah. We're up at the county market. It's like 3 in the morning. We're in line. There's a girl working there. It looks like she's about 17. There's a guy in front of us who's probably 80. And he's walking up. He gets up there and he sets his stuff down. He looks at her and he goes, "Hey, honey, what time do you get off?" She's like, never. And he says, almost like he's air molesting her, "Oh, no, honey, don't be like that. Don't be like that. I might be too old to cut the mustard, but I can still lick the jar." To which my buddy Dave said, "Ew. Ew. That's like testicles." Now, 5 years later, we're at the Martins, in the ghetto Martins, the dangerous Martins, the one in Cumberland. They got the checkout thing. Again, it's like 2 in the morning. I'm standing there, and the girl's there, and she's like, again, like 16 or 17-year-old girl that's manning the station. Manning the station. There's like 6 places that you can check out, and she keeps an eye to make sure everybody's doing it properly. It's a rather large African-American gentleman. He's taller than me, he's wider than me, just a huge dude. He's standing there scanning his stuff. And I guess as he scanned something, it popped up on her little screen that it was something that if he had a bonus card or a Martin's card that he would save some money. So as soon as he swiped it, she was like, boom. She's like, "Oh, wait, sir." Trying to find out what it is. And as she sees it, he's pulling it out of the bag, and she realizes it was condoms. And you see, I'm watching this happen. He pulls it out. She's like, "Sir, you could save 40 cents on your..." Oh, and she turns red, and next to Savory goes, "That's okay, honey. I'm in the mood for some full-price fucking." As opposed to the deep discount and that the rest of us are used to. Are you guys